Hello, hello. Guess what? We are entering the third quarter already, I know, of 2025. So I thought it would be fun to stick with the theme. We did cards for the first quarter of 2025, then for the second quarter. So this is going to be cards to represent what's coming up over the third quarter of 2025. Where do we need to put our focus over this period of, the third quarter? So this next 3-month chunk, where will we be focusing? Where is it that our energy is going to be? Where's our spirit team trying to tell us, go this way? So we're going to take a look at the cards to see what is that energy going to look like over the next 3 months. So, of course, you can take a look at this for the next couple of weeks as well. But let's take a look at the big picture to see where is that energy coming in over the next 3 months. So we're going to look at each card individually like we always do. So we're going to zero in on the energy of that specific card, which is the one you would have felt drawn to. Then we're going to put all 4 of the cards together. Pay attention to this, because although the card that you chose is going to be the most dominant energy out of all 4, the 4 cards are going to show us all what's coming up. What's the theme? Where are we going? What is this chapter going to look like for us? So it's kind of cool. So let's take a look. If you haven't chose a card already, take a deep breath right now. Think to yourself, card 1, 2, 3, or 4, which one do you feel drawn to? The interesting fact, because we're pulling these cards for 3 months, you might come back to these cards in 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, and check in and say, which card do I feel drawn to this time? And see where that takes you. All right, so let's take a look. If you chose card number 1, wow, you chose planting seeds. This is intentions. So if you chose this card, where is it that you want to grow? Where is it that you want to, water your garden is going to be a big piece of this. But really just take a moment and ask yourself, where do I want to grow over the next 3 months? This is where you're going to want to place your energy, right? Of course, there's the light, there's the sun, the warmth. The rain is the water that's helping the seed to grow out of the earth, right? So all of these components are in your life trying to come alive, right? So this could be a business idea. This could be internal growth. This could be learning something new, maybe going back to school. I don't know. And this could also be a form of helping someone or helping a group of people. So really consider, ask yourself, where do you want to be in 3 months? This should be a good enough time frame for you to take the first steps, at least, to getting going on the path that you are wanting to. So really set the intention, stick with it. But there is support around this for you. So if you chose this card, there's support around this for you. So there's support coming in for you, whether this be from the physical world or the spiritual world, but also you are providing support to others. So where is it that fits in this energy? So if you chose this card, let me know in the comments, where are you wanting to grow or plant your seeds for your garden? Maybe, you've had these ideas rolling around in the back of your mind this whole time. And back burner, too busy, not now, doing something different. This is the time to focus in and say, yeah, let's take these first steps and see where it leads us. If you chose card number 2, ceremonial sacred fire. This is all about dedication, direction, transformation. So when we look at this card is representing the spiritual connection that you have to the things that you're doing every day, either the rituals, the manifestations, the goals, the ideas that you have going forward. Maybe this is honoring someone that was once in your life that's not here anymore, or a pet, right? So whatever this is asking you to take, if you chose this card, it's asking you to take this next 3 months to really focus on, where do I have an appreciation for the gifts that I've received already? How can I show the universe and show myself and respect myself and really lay it out on the line to myself that I have an appreciation, an understanding. Maybe I'm trying to make peace with something that's happened in the past, something I want to release maybe. If you are feeling connected to this energy, it might be a really good time for you to have a actual fire ceremony. So make a fire. You might want to, write things down that you want to let go of. You can write those things down. You can put it in the fire and, let those energies leave your space as the fire takes them in the smoke. Okay, so interesting. So whatever this is, really focus on what direction I want to go after this. So I want to honor what's happening in my space, honor what's happening within myself. I want to focus on what's next. I really want to be dedicated to just allowing myself to honor what it is that's going on. This is really going to be a good time of transformation for you. So use this 3 months to, just move out the energy that you don't want to keep anymore. That's going to make room for the new energy to come in, and just decide, where am I? Have I been in the cocoon long enough? Have I been healing? Have I been working on my inner healing? Or, am I still needing to do more of that? Maybe it's time for me to bust out of my cocoon and, become the butterfly that I'm ready to become. So, just kind of focus on that over the next 3 months. Where are you going next? If you chose card number 3, this is Sweetgrass Sacred Medicine. The card is Strength. So if you chose this card, you're being asked to really identify and enjoy the sweetness of life. So sweetgrass is going to bring that energy of support, of security, of cleanliness, right? So whatever this is, and you might decide too that you want to find some sweetgrass and burn it to bring those extra blessings into your space. If you've never tried that, maybe it is time for you to try that, If I do something like that, I would do sage smudge first, and then I would burn sweetgrass to bring the good energy in after I clear the energy. But some people use sweetgrass just as a single sweep to say, I'm just burning this and it's going to bring in all these blessings for me. So really, if you've chosen this card talks about over the next 3 months, this is where your focus needs to be, is focus on, where am I counting my blessings? Where can I be grateful every single day? Even in the uh, the mundane things. Where can I feel grateful? Where can I feel fulfillment? How can I bring that fulfillment alive? Right? This is going to be like, you know, could be transformational for you too, bring you to something new or to see something in a new perspective. You know, it might open up doors, because as you sweeten up this energy around you and bring in that positive energy, what's going to happen? There's going to be good opportunities that come your way. So I love this. Focus on staying grounded. Focus on going the path of stability and security. You know, this is really a time for you to just be grounded, be in your space in confidence, so that you can move forward in the way that you need to. So that's interesting. If you chose card number 4, interesting. I just talked about smudging before we did talked about the sweetgrass, but this card is smudge. Clearing energy. So if you chose this card, over the next 3 months, you are being asked to release what it is that you don't need to carry. Clean up spaces that you don't need to have clutter anymore, you know. Maybe it's as simple as cleaning out that junk drawer, or, you know, cleaning up that closet. But what this is doing is asking you to take a look at your life or your internal self and ask, what is it that I don't need? What is it that's just taking up space for, you know, no reason at all? Maybe this is draining my energy. Maybe this is a friendship or a job or something that I need to work on moving away from, or creating more distance between, you know, myself and XYZ, because I need to clear my space, right? So you can do this by burning actual sage. That will help, but also just mentally, just going through this next 3 months, asking yourself, what is it that I need to clear out of my space? You might even be, if you chose this card, you might even be focusing on connecting and tuning in with your intuition even more. If that's the case, you know, you're going to have lots of guidance and lots of support from your spirit team at this time. So it's pretty interesting. You're going to find out if you can stop and you know, clean out your space, clean out your, you know, emotional baggage. What is it that I don't need to be carrying around anymore? Clean up your physical space, get rid of the clutter, get rid of the things that are making you feel like you can't think clearly anymore. Get rid of those influences around you that are not helpful. You know, that's going to be something that maybe leads you to a quieter space where you feel more and more connected to your own intuition and your own inner wisdom. All right, so let's take a look at all 4 of the cards together. All of us are going to be working with this energy over the next 3 months. So this looks pretty interesting so far. So all of us, we need to focus on what's next. What are my intentions going forward? What are my intentions for the next 3 months? How am I going to water my garden? How am I going to make sure that I keep persistent, keep dedicated, keep motivated to moving towards my goals over the next 3 months? This is suggested to be a spiritual experience where you will say, you know, this is my intention, and I'm going to really put energy into this every day. Real life manifestation, real life energy, where I'm going to, you know, maybe I'm going to imagine what it feels like to reach these goals once this is fully grown. Maybe I'm going to really feel it. I'm going to, you know, I'm going to visualize. I'm going to, maybe a vision board, whatever this is, but this is saying, you know, really just tune into this energy And also, if you have a fire ceremony, you don't have to write, before I said you could write things down that you want to release and burn that note in the fire. You can do this to call in these manifestations. So whatever it is that you're trying to grow in your garden, maybe you want to make an offering to the fire, right? And that's the intention. It's going to help seal the deal. We have to make sure that we are bringing in that sweetness every day, that sweetness of the sweetgrass, that energy that's going to bring us gratitude and gratefulness and really an understanding and a connection to this that's fully positive energy, right? Positive self-talk. Thank you for that compliment, whatever this is. So there's that. We want to make sure that we are clearing whatever it is that comes up along the way. So as we're moving through these steps over the next 3 months, if there's something that's making us feel like, well, do I feel grateful for this? Then this is saying, clear that out, get rid of that energy, whatever it is. Just keep your space clean. This is going to help your mind stay fresh, your mind stay clear, and it's really just going to help you connect to your inner wisdom, your higher self, your spirit team, your intuition, whatever this is. So it looks pretty cool over the next 3 months. It looks like it's going to be a journey that, and it might be work. It might be work over the next 3 months to get things rolling, but just trust that if you feel this is the right time to take those steps, that things are going to work out for you. So let me know in the comments, how do these cards reflect what's going on in your life right now? Are you working through relationship stuff? Are you working through career stuff? Are you healing? Are you on a spiritual development journey? Where is it that these cards are trying to point you towards? And do a little self-reflection on that. So we will meet again in another couple weeks, and I hope you enjoyed this format, a little bit different because we're looking at a bigger time chunk, but I'm planning to do another one for the fourth quarter to end the year. So hopefully this was fun for you. Enjoy the next couple weeks. Take care, and bye for now, guys.